remember the day the doctor called me and told me that I was pregnant. And I remember going into the bathroom, and I remember talking to my baby and telling her that I can't keep you. And I was sorry. So I went and had the abortion. And after I had the abortion, it was horrible. It was so depressing. I went to really bad depression. But then got over it and just started on my life. There were things that happened throughout my raising my children that triggered things about the abortion that I didn't know until I started going to this class, Surrendering the Secret. So gradually, through the class, after kind of peeling away my sin and looking at what I had done and then confessing what I had done and really just agreeing with God that abortion was wrong and that I killed my baby. And then actually the Lord Jesus allowed me to see that I needed to get rid of the sin. And ultimately I realized that I couldn't do it. Only Jesus could carry that for me. Only He could deliver me from this sin. It's even as hard as it sounds of having to do that. God doesn't do it to shame you or to try to make you feel bad or guilty. He's really doing it because He knows that you need to let it go. And you need to receive His forgiveness. You need to accept that. You need to hand over the sin and the shame and the guilt. And you need to receive His forgiveness and His healing. And that's amazing that God can do that. Well, the Lord's allowed me to teach a class, Surrendering the Secret, to help women. It's an abortion recovery class. But He's also even given me another opportunity now to go into women's prisons and to speak to them about the choices that they've made. I really feel like the Lord has given me a key to some of these women's lives that they had no idea that some of the choices that they were making or the things that they were running from or the fear or the anger or the guilt that they carried had anything to do with an abortion. And I really feel like the Lord's allowed me to go in and to open up some doors for some women. It's really been a privilege to do that. It's one of the worst things that I ever did, one of the worst mistakes I ever made. Actually, I could go back and now have joy in it. The Lord took away all the shame and He took away all the guilt, and now the Lord has replaced it with joy.